If you ever tried to tell the Anthony Smith story and you put anything at number one, including Nebraska, you put anything at number one other than leaving himself when nobody else did, you've got the story wrong. And you can get a jerk to put that in a book, sell it for $20 on Amazon. About confidence and self-belief. It's a nice thing to say, and I'm sure it was said to you. I'm sure teachers, parents, coaches, if you had them, said it to you. And I'm sure you take it and you pass it on to your other young ones, thinking that everyone else around you had it, but knowing your secret inside, which is that you did not. And it's not your secret inside, it's everybody's secret inside, because nobody has it. How in the hell are you going to believe in yourself when no one else does? And it's been the story of Anthony's career from Jump Street. First time I ever saw Anthony Smith, he was a guy in the room at the Range Training Center. He kept to himself. He seemed like a very pleasant guy. Got plenty of partners wanted to work out with him, put in plenty of sweat, but that was it. When I find out that he signed to the UFC, I can't remember his record, guys, but it was either 12-6 or it was 14-8. I mean, he had more losses than his opponent tonight even had fights, including his amateur career. How's he believe in himself? How's he get himself there? Anthony is 35 years old, taking on a guy 10 years younger in the guy's hometown who is completely unblemished on the televised portion of the pay-per-view. You do not have to be Kreskin to know how this story is supposed to go. And despite my biasness towards Anthony, it doesn't mean that I'm also not aware how it's supposed to go. But Anthony was doing interviews leading up to it, and it wasn't fake. It wasn't an act. And he was just saying, look, there's levels to this. I've been at this guy's level where you're really good shape and you're tough and you're strong. It's enough when you're beginning in the UFC. I'm in the top 10. Title challenger. You got to also be good. And it was a very interesting statement by Anthony, because first off, it'll give you chills. I mean, that's a badass statement right there. Those are the words of a bad. I loved it when he said it, but it's not how it's going to go. And when you talk that way, what you do is you set yourself up for failure. And through Anthony's entire career, whether it was the days I saw him at the Range Training Center when he thought he belonged with those guys, to the day that he actually gets in the UFC, it was like a 12-6 record. Man, you're not getting in the UFC with that. To the time that he was one head motion away from being world champion and defeating Jon Jones. Do you guys remember that? That is not an exaggeration by me. I don't know if he's aware of any of those things. To this day, I don't know that he knows you don't get signed in the UFC with a 12-6 record. To this day, I'm not sure that he's aware if he would have answered a question the referee asked the opposite of the way that he answered it, he would have been world champion. I'm not sure he knows. I don't think he got a fluke tonight. How? He won every aspect of the fight. He went out and out-punched the guy, he out-kicked the guy, and he out-grappled the guy, and he did it all within 2 minutes. But I don't think he knows. It's a very interesting thing, man. It's a blessing. Being naive is a blessing. What you don't know is a blessing. You cannot tell the Lionheart story without starting with self-belief. And it was, quite frankly, inspirational.